Look, 3D is great. The film was authored in 3D as opposed to it just being slapped on later. It sucks you in and draws you into the movie. Some people don't like 3D. That's fine. Go see it in 2D. We're very proud of our 2D presentation, CinemaScope compositions, and so on. It's a gorgeous film regardless. But if you like 3D, you're going to love this movie. It was longer, it was more complicated, more characters, right? But we had a lot of new tools that made it easier in some regards. We had to figure out how to do water. You know, the movie's called The Way of Water, but we had to figure out the way of water for performance capture and for CG, make it absolutely seamless, which I think we accomplished, and that's part of the dreamlike wonder of the movie, which is part of our stock in trade, you know, doing Avatar, if you will. It was a joyful experience with the cast. They're just so damn good. That feeds me as a director creatively. You know, I could go on for hours about how great the actors are in this film, but you got to kind of see it to see what I'm talking about.
I feel very proud to be here. You know, I love the movie that we've created, and now we get to share it. I think the movie's heart-wrenching and powerful. You know, they use a word in the movie to describe the Awa, their deity, and they use it as, they call it mighty, and I think that describes this movie. I think what Jim has done with this movie, he's made this movie an experience that you're going to feel in the cinema, not just see. And you know, to share that with your loved ones. The movie's about protecting your loved ones. Jake's journey in this movie is he's still a warrior, but now he's a dad, so he's still reckless, but he's got a bigger responsibility now. Jim's still talking about, you know, the effects we have on our ecosystem. Still talking about how we're interconnected, even from beyond in this movie, from before we're born to after we die. And I think after COVID, you know, we realised we're all in it together. And you know, that these are themes that Jim's talked about for many years, from all his movies, about what humanity does to itself. Look, I love being with Jim in this type of movie because he's always a trailblazer. I like working with guys that try to change the game.
Oh, I mean, London always has amazing premieres that people really come out for movies, and I've always had a wonderful time here. And to come here at Christmas is such a treat because London is just all, you know, lit up. I think Jim Cameron writing such a wonderful part, but also we learned how to free dive, and there's a lot of amazing diving, and I got to hold my breath up to 6.5 minutes. Well, my husband saw it last week. He's coming again tonight because you have to see it more than once. I mean, it's just so much to take in, and our daughter is going to see it in LA. The new character I play is Kiri, who's 14. She has a connection with Grace Augustine, who I played in the first one. She feels more at home in the forest with creatures and plants than she does with people. And she's a special girl. She's very lovable. You know, it's about a family, very much reflective of Jim's personal family. And family is such a universal theme, so relatable. And it just, you become part of this family. And you go with us through all these different challenges and different high points. And it's an incredibly immersive experience. I would say don't even buy popcorn.
Just the joy of bringing this story to life, to be able to be part of this vision that this master filmmaker has, to be part of that team, you know, just to count yourselves as somebody who's thoroughly integrated into the team and actually really important to the team. That to me, it makes me very proud. My wife is with me tonight, and when we get to Los Angeles, I'll have all of my children and their children. So yeah, they'll all see it. I think they can expect to be awed. They can expect some tears because there's some sadness in the film as well. But there's so much beauty that I think it's an experience that every filmmaker, every film goer should have. This film is designed to bring people back into the movie theaters. Well, the first one was a pretty immense experience. This one, I had a certain familiarity, I felt very comfortable with the cast. I felt we knew each other well. I felt comfortable with the director. We know each other well, and but it was a deeper experience for me because the Colonel Quaritch, my role, he's gone deeper. You know, it's a pretty deep dive in every sense of the word. If you ask me how I feel, I'd say I feel really exhilarated. The weather is gorgeous, beautiful night for a premiere, and it's so great to be in London and so great to be opening this film. Years ago, we opened Avatar in London on a night like this, and the results were pretty good, so hope for the same.
So what I can tell you about this film and about the character that I play, so I play the character of Renal, and she is the female warrior leader of the Metcaina tribe, and the Metcaina are people who live on and in the water. Their life is with the water and the animals that are there as well. Their community is vast. My character is fiercely protective of her community. So the Sully family run to us for sanctuary, and my character isn't so sure whether she really wants them to move in, so there's some sparks that fly.
Stepping back into playing Neytiri is something really special to me. This character is a character that I feel kindred with in so many ways. I learned so much about her. I gave so much of myself to her, so getting to revisit her, to reincarnate her, it just feels like it's a gift that keeps on giving. What do I make of this London welcome? I mean, this was the first place. This was the first premiere 13 years ago, and we were welcomed in such a warm way. Even though it was freezing, I remember it was like I started to snow that night. So it's good. It's good to come back, to have the same reception. My hope is that people like the first, like Avatar: Way of Water the same way they liked Avatar 1.
It's nice to feel close to the Prince Charles Cinema. Nice to be here at the Odeon. Very close to my childhood and falling in love with film happened on this square, so to be part of a film premiere taking place here is quite something, yeah. I won't speak too loudly because we're in the company of the man, but working with James Cameron was a pleasure. Go in with an open heart, ready to see an epic, transcendent film, a visual that is dreamlike, just like the first one, and don't think too much, just breathe, have a good film experience. Don't eat popcorn throughout it, eat later. Playing Neteyam, he's the eldest son of Jake and Neytiri, who got to know and love in the first film. He wants to be a hero just like his father, and gets to have the hero's journey.
It feels thrilling to be here at the premiere of Avatar: The Way of Water. Oh, they're here! I brought them! I brought my mama and my 2 younger brothers, and I can't wait for them to see it today. I think it's very hard to say one thing that I'll take away from this experience, but I know that I'll leave it with so much love in my heart and appreciation for what I've accomplished in this film. Saraya is strong, she has a big heart, and she's a phenomenal freediver. I think fans are in store for some epic action, continuing the love story, and interesting, exciting characters.
I don't know if words can describe, it's really cool. I spent 4.5 years making this, so to be here today, I don't know, I'm just so happy. It was, it's just because, you get lucky just to work with one incredible actor in a project, but we have so many here, Joel included right next to me. And, it's just, I don't know, it's just so cool. It was such an honor to watch them work every day, have scenes with them. I remember Slang, because, he's kind of got this southern charm, even though he's from New York. And he walked up to me and was like, son, just don't overthink it. And I was like, all right. So ever since then, it's simple, but it served me well. As soon as I get home, I'm dragging all my friends and family. We're gonna rent out an entire theater, we're gonna watch it, for sure. I play Spider, he's a human. He was born and raised on Pandora after the humans, got their butts kicked. And he kind of grew up around the Na'vi and considers himself one of the Na'vi people, even though he is a human. So he has a lot of inner turmoil with being a human, but still, considers himself one of the people.
What went through my mind when I stepped onto the carpet tonight? I think it wasn't something going through my mind, but almost blank, just, whoa, what is happening right now? And just pure amazement that the day has come and that I get to be part of this amazing Avatar family. And I feel so fortunate and so happy and so excited right now. Of course, as a young actor, my favorite part of working on this movie was just filming and being on that set with this incredible cast and crew and Avatar family, and just getting to bring to life this amazing character Tuxedo, who I can't wait for everyone to meet. A dream come true. He's the first director I ever worked with and the best director I've ever worked with, so I feel very, very fortunate. And I think more than anything, Jim's always inspired me to just never stop asking questions and always be curious. And also as a film director, he knows everything about every department, and he brings the science into his filmmaking, and look what wonders he creates. And he's always there for us and supporting us, and he's amazing. I play Took Dire. Everyone calls her Took. She's Jake and Atiri's youngest, and she has this big heart. She's super curious and also very daring and mischievous. When it comes to her family in Pandora, it's not like she has no fear, but she can be very brave and courageous because she'll do anything to protect them. My mom and dad are here tonight with me, and that's so exciting. My granny is also here, and she grew up in London and Chelsea, so that's exciting. And my music team is here tonight, so that's really cool. And yeah, it's crazy to be here, and to be here with my loved ones is really great.
There is no better way to see this movie than in Dolby Vision. Dolby Vision gives you everything a cinema goer can want. High dynamic range, high frame rate, bright light levels, phenomenal 3D. It is an immersive experience that will be unprecedented for audiences. I think the messages that will come through is a celebration of diversity, a celebration of indigenous people, and an awareness that we have a responsibility to protect our planet, the oceans as well as the rainforests. We've been making this movie for quite some time, and now tonight we finally get to share it. Why do we make movies? To share them with people, and I think with Avatar: The Way of Water, we have something special to share. You know, this is a story about family. There's no more relatable theme, but it's not just told from the parents' perspective, it's told from teenagers who are trying to discover who they are, what their role is in life, and it's against the backdrop of a place called Pandora. My proudest moment happened last week when I got to share the movie with Sam and Zoe and Sigourney and Stephen Lang, and I saw their reactions to the film. That was my proudest moment.